everybody, in this video I would like to talk about the exam TEF, Test d'évaluation de français. A lot of people ask me questions about TEF. What's TEF? What are the components? What level should we have? Well, in this video I want to share my experience with you about TEF. Stay with me. Alright, I want to give you an outline of today's video. So in today's video I'll talk about TEF, I'll talk about the components, the levels, the purpose of the exam, and finally the scores that are required for immigration purposes. Right, let's talk about the exam TEF. TEF stands for Test d'évaluation de français. It's an exam that's required for immigration purposes. So if you want to immigrate to Canada, that's one of the requirements. But if you're someone who is on the age and is not quite sure if the score is sufficient enough for immigration to Canada, then TEF is there for you, and you need to have a good level of French language to be able to increase your scores for immigration purposes. So TEF is one of those exams. There are actually two exams, TCF and TEF. In French we say TEF. Here in this video I want to talk about the TEF exam, and first off, the components. The exam is composed of 4 skills, like IELTS, like TOEFL. There is the compréhension orale écrite, compréhension orale, expression écrite et expression orale. In English, there is the speaking, there's the listening, there's the reading and writing. So all 4 skills are there, and there are different types of questions to evaluate your level of French. I'll talk about the number of questions and the types of questions later on in the future videos. But here I want to talk about the purpose. Well, perhaps you've heard about TEF and DALF or IELTS Academic, right? These exams are there to gauge your level of academic English. So it's not, if you're taking IELTS Academic, for example, it's for applying to university in Canada, in England, or anywhere around the world. Whereas if you are taking IELTS General, it's just for immigration purposes. So there is this distinction between general and academic. So TEF is like the general IELTS. So it is particularly designed to evaluate your language ability in everyday life. So if you're going shopping, and it is designed to see if you can respond to questions, if you can ask questions, if you can communicate in a fluent manner. So this is what TEF is, right? Now let's talk about the scores and the levels of TEF. The score of TEF is based on 699 scores. So that's your raw score in each épreuve or in each skill. So in other words, you're evaluated on 699 score. And if you want to immigrate to Canada, and if you want a good score for your French as a second language, assuming that you've already had IELTS 8 in listening, 777 in other skills, you can improve your French, and the required score for your French will be 450. So for each skill, you need to get 450 minimum if you want to considerably increase your scores. And that is equal to B2 plus in CEFR, or the Common European Framework of Reference, or for languages. So in other words, if you're a B2 plus level student, then you are eligible for immigration to Canada. Let's not forget that Canada is a bilingual country. Here, I should talk about the different equivalents of scores, because recently the TEF scores have been changed from 0 to 699, whereas in the old version, each skill had different score. If you go to CIC website, you will have 300 for your reading, 360 for your listening, 450 for your speaking, and 450 for your writing, and that's the maximum score that you can get in these exams. In the new equivalence of scores, we have all the skills evaluated from 699. So all the skills are 699. And in each skill, you are required to get 450 if you want to get a good score for your immigration. So B2 plus 450. Don't forget this. In the next videos, I will share with you my experience of how I succeeded TEF, how I got C1 in all the skills. Stay with me. Thank you.